In the small, snow-blanketed town of Pine Grove, nestled in the heart of the 1950s, the holiday spirit hung thick in the air like the aroma of freshly baked gingerbread cookies wafting from Mrs. Thompson's kitchen. Twinkling lights adorned every shop window along Main Street, casting a warm glow against the deepening dusk. Children bundled in colorful scarves and mittens dashed about, their laughter mingling with the crunch of snow underfoot. The town was preparing for its annual Christmas celebration, a tradition that brought everyone together. The center of the festivities was the towering pine tree in the town square, its branches heavy with ornaments lovingly crafted by local families over the years. This year, the tree stood proudly, topped with a shining star that flickered against the night sky. At the center of it all was Henry, a spry grandfather with a twinkle in his eye. He had lived in Pine Grove all his life, and each Christmas felt like a cherished chapter in his memory book. This year was special, not just for the town, but for his family. His grandchildren, Lily and Max, were visiting for the holidays, and he couldn't wait to share the magic of Christmas with them. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden hue over the snow, Henry called out, "Kids, come on! Time for our annual Christmas Eve tradition." Lily, with her bright red hair, and Max, his cheeks flushed from the cold, bounded to their grandfather's side. "What are we doing, Grandpa?" Lily asked, her eyes wide with excitement. "We're going on a little adventure," Henry replied, winking. "But first, we need to grab some hot cocoa from the diner." The trio made their way to Edna's diner, where the warmth inside wrapped around them like a cozy blanket. Edna, a beloved figure in town, greeted them with a smile as she poured steaming mugs of cocoa topped with fluffy marshmallows. "Just like I made for your dad when he was a little boy," she said, her eyes sparkling with memories. After savoring their treats, Henry led the children outside, where the snowfall had intensified, creating a dreamy winter wonderland. The streets were quiet, save for the occasional sound of a snowplow and the distant jingle of bells from a horse-drawn sleigh. "Now, where do you think we're headed?" Henry asked, glancing down at his eager grandchildren. "Santa's workshop?" Max guessed, his voice filled with hope. "Even better," Henry chuckled. "We're going to the old bell tower." The bell tower stood at the edge of town, an ancient structure that had long been abandoned but held a special place in Henry's heart. It was where he and his friends would sneak away during the holidays to ring the bells and spread joy. As they approached, the tower loomed against the night sky, its silhouette shrouded in swirling snow. "Is it safe?" Lily asked, eyeing the old wooden door warily. "Of course. We'll just take a quick peek," Henry reassured them. With a firm push, the door creaked open, and they stepped inside, greeted by the scent of wood and memories. Inside, the air was cool, and the wooden beams were dusted with snow. Henry led them up the narrow, winding staircase, the sound of their footsteps echoing around them. At the top, they emerged into a small room with a magnificent view of Pine Grove, glittering in the moonlight. "Wow," the children gasped, their breath misting in the cold air. "Look!" Henry pointed to the twinkling lights below. "That's the tree in the square, and there's the diner. It's all so beautiful from up here." Feeling the warmth of nostalgia wash over him, Henry recalled the countless Christmases spent in this very spot. "When I was your age, my friends and I would come up here every Christmas Eve. We'd ring the bells at midnight to let everyone know Santa was on his way." "Can we ring them?" Max asked, his eyes sparkling with mischief. "Absolutely." Henry beamed. With a little help from his grandchildren, they pulled the ropes, and soon, the bells began to ring out across the quiet town, their deep, resonant chimes echoing in the stillness of the night. As the last bell tolled, Henry gathered his grandchildren close. Christmas isn't just about presents and decorations. It's about family, love, and the memories we create together. This is what we'll remember most. Lily snuggled into her grandfather's side, and Max nodded, understanding the weight of his words. As they descended the tower and made their way back to the warmth of home, the town felt alive with the spirit of Christmas. The snow continued to fall gently, blanketing Pine Grove in a serene silence. Back at their cozy cottage, they gathered around the fireplace, the glow of the flames casting flickering shadows on the walls. Henry reached for an old photo album, worn from years of love. "Let's look back at some of my favorite Christmas memories," he said, opening the pages to reveal photos of his own childhood celebrations, his family around the tree, the joy of unwrapping gifts, and the love that surrounded him. Lily and Max leaned in closer, captivated by the stories their grandfather shared. As the night wore on, they laughed, reminisced, and made new memories that would one day join the ranks of those old photographs. As they finally settled in for the night, with the snow continuing to fall outside, Henry whispered, "Remember, Christmas is always in our hearts, as long as we have each other." And with that, in the snowy little town of Pine Grove, the spirit of Christmas lived on, woven through laughter, love, and the bonds of family, creating a legacy that would last for generations.